Well, our weather is shaped up to be fairly nice for Memorial Day, and it should stay that way for the rest of today. But by the time we're getting into midweek, there will be at least a few more rain chances we do have to talk about. So any more festivals, anything going on for the rest of your Memorial Day weather-wise, we should still be in fairly good shape. And we're talking about partly cloudy to even mostly clear skies as we're going later into this evening past midnight tonight. Temperatures from the weekend, it was chilly. We'll still talk about numbers at least back into the 40s. Farther inland, still can't rule out some 30s. So a little bit of patchy frost as we are starting off Tuesday morning. Nothing widespread, but it's still going to be another close call. As we're going into the day on Tuesday, we'll start it off with a little bit of sunshine. Clouds will start to increase from the southwest. You can already start to see a little bit of rain trying to get into some of our southern and western zones. This is going to be later into the day on Tuesday. Still thinking the majority of us will be dry. Southern and western zones later Tuesday. Can't rule out an isolated shower, but it does look like the bulk of any moisture we will be talking about as far as rain goes should be holding off until we're going into midweek. So here we go by Wednesday afternoon. I think this is going to be the next best chance. We do talk about some rain. This area of low pressure, it's going to be very similar to what we were talking about last week. It's going to be a little bit more of a slow mover. So even as we're talking about rain showers on Wednesday, that same system still could give us a little bit of rain, something we'll track as we're going later into the week by the time we do reach your Thursday. Let's get your live weather stations out there right now. It's been a beautiful Monday. Temperatures a little bit warmer today. Cadillac currently right there at low 70s, 71 degrees. And even as we take you into the Upper Peninsula, Pickford right now currently sits right there at 73. Enjoy the rest of your Monday. Let's talk about temperatures for the overnight tonight. There you go. Still some 40s farther inland again. Areas near Grayling, Cadillac. Still can't rule out some mid to upper 30s tonight. So nothing widespread, but again, just a very close call with any sensitive vegetation that you might have outdoors as we're getting into the early hours of tomorrow. Check out temperatures as we take you into the day on Tuesday. Again, our lakeshore communities this time of year always a touch cooler, but as you go farther inland, eastern upper tip of the mid, we're at least talking about some 60s. Probably even our fair share of some low 70s. That's going to be a common range for a lot of us into the day tomorrow. Clouds will increase by the afternoon. Western lower again, upper 60s, low 70s, even closer to the Lake Michigan and Lake Huron shorelines. Those numbers going to be a touch cooler with the lake breeze, but farther inland, even eastern lower right there, up 33. You're talking about some upper 60s, low 70s by the afternoon. Even going into central lower right there. Check out those numbers. Finally, it looks like we're talking about some at least more average temperatures for this time of year. Upper 60s again, some low 70s as we take you right there into the day on Tuesday. There you go into the next 7 days. I think our best rain chances going into later on this week. That'll come in as we go Wednesday into the day on Thursday. At least overnight lows, Jody, going throughout the rest of the week. Warm enough to where we don't have to really worry about some frost. Early look at the upcoming weekend. Sunny and warm.
Looking good.